welcome back to Joyfully Cooking. Now, today we're going to make dinner. This morning we made breakfast and now we're going to make dinner. So today we're going to be making the one loaf bread. It's a homemade bread, and the ingredients we need for it is distilled water, applesauce, honey, some yeast, salt, gluten flour, and whole wheat flour. So I already measured out 1/4 cup of distilled water. So now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of applesauce. And applesauce, if you know, is a very good binding for bread. I'm going to put 1 and 2. And also 2 tablespoons of honey. And that's 1, and now we're going to add the second one, and this is going to make the bread nice and sweet. Okay, so I just put the applesauce in and 2 tablespoons of honey. Now I'm just going to stir that up. Stir that honey up with applesauce and the water. And now I'm going to just sprinkle 1 teaspoon of the yeast. Go. And now we're going to stir that up. And now we're going to let that sit for 5 minutes and then come back and add the salt, the gluten flour, and the whole wheat flour. Stay tuned. We have waited for 5 minutes, and now that has set, the water and the applesauce and the 1 teaspoon of yeast mix. So now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt inside there. And now also 1 tablespoon of the gluten flour. Bring that inside there. And now the 3 cups of the whole wheat flour is going inside to make the actual bread now. Now I'm first going to put the first cup in. I'm going to just stir it. You don't really have to use a whisk to stir it. You can just use a spoon. Well, welcome back, guys. Now I'm already kneading the bread, and it's coming in really good. And I did have to actually add a little bit more flour. I'm going to add a little bit more too, and that should be all that we need for the bread. So if you don't know how to knead, this is how you knead. Just go in and out, in and out. And this is actually my first time making the one loaf bread, so I think it's coming out good for the first time. And it's really good and healthy to make your own bread. You know, you save money, you're having your body more healthier too, because you know every ingredient that you're putting inside your bread, unlike other breads that you buy from the store. And all these ingredients are very good for our body. Okay, so now this is pretty good, and now I'm going to make it into a ball. Have all of that flour off the counter. And it's all inside now. And now we have our one loaf. So we're making this one loaf bread to make calzones. It's a dish that we're going to be making. So I'll be right back with the ingredients for the calzones. Welcome to Joyfully Cooking, and we have started to make the calzones. As you see, spinach filling. We have spinach inside here. We also have some chicken style seasoning, onion powder, salt, and a little bit of lemonade, and also basil. That's all inside here, so I'm just stirring that up, and that's going to go inside the one loaf bread that we made to make calzones. So that's pretty much done, and now what we're going to do, we're going to make a non-dairy Parmesan cheese. Now, the ingredients we need for that is yeast flakes, which is already inside the blender. We have yeast flakes, and also we need our sesame seeds. We're going to have some sesame seeds, and let's just scoot this over like that. A little bit crowded. Anyway, we have our sesame seeds, and then we're going to need some garlic powder. Always basically need garlic powder and onion powder. Oh, I already have that out. And we have our lemon juice and our chicken style seasoning. It's not real chicken broth. It's made with yeast flakes, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and a few other ingredients that I forgot. But this is the chicken style seasoning. So that's all we're going to be using for our cheese. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Joyfully Cooking. Now we're going to roll the bread. Now we're back with the bread. We have our mix, our spinach mix. Now we're back with the bread to form them into the shapes. Now this is my first time using a roller, so I'm very excited. Okay, so we're making it, I have my ruler. We're making it 15 inches long. So it's basically like this long. So that's how, and it's going to be a rectangle, and then we're going to cut them into 5 inches. So now I'm going to roll it. Well, welcome back to Joyfully Cooking. We have made our loaf into the 15 by 10, 15 this way, 10 that way, 10 inches that is. So now what we're going to do, we're going to make 5 by 5 inches. I already made my marking. This is 5 inches. And this is 5 inches this way. Here we go. So, now we're going to cut it. So I'm going to cut it in half. And there we go. That's the first 5. Now I'm going to continue going straight. Cut it this way. There we go. And now this way. All the way down to the end. Alright, so now we're going to put our spinach filling inside the bread. I added the non-dairy Parmesan cheese inside there. And so now we just have like a spoon inside there, and that should be good, right centered in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and do that for all of them. I actually put a little bit more in that one. That one's a little bit bigger. Looks really good. Okay, so, and on, I have this veggie cheese, American flavored. I got that from Publix, so you can get that from Publix or from a health food store. I don't think they have it at Walmart though. But anyway, so I have that one, and just to make it a little bit more cheesy, I'm going to put that on one of them. And now I'm going to put on another one. I'm just going to try 2 out like that. See how it comes out, because this dish is all new for me. So, yes. What we're going to do, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to put it over like that. Water. And we're gonna push it down now with the fork so I can close it up. We're closing it up. And before I do the other side, I'm just gonna move this one away from it and fold that one too. Is that right? Okay. And don't worry if some of yours start coming out, it'll still work out good. And like I said, it's your first time making it. It's even my first time. So now we're just going to use a little bit of water. You can use your finger, that's why you wash your hands. And just dab a little bit. So now I'm going to do all of them the same way I did that one. And I'll be right back. Well, I have my last two squares, and if you see, I have two different types of shapes. I did these two a little bit different because these weren't forming out as shapes as well. They were more like a rectangle. So I did it a little bit different as a shape, and it actually looks more fancy and nice. So I'm actually going to show you how I did that with this one. So all I did was I lift up the edge of that. Did I do it? And yeah. Okay. And then just joint that together. And then join this with that and the other side. Alright, this one's really jumping out. This one will be mine. Alright, so that's what I basically did. You see the whole form is not really good and everything really jumping out and really busting open. But the whole point was, you know, to close it up as long as it's sealed. So you could just be unique, as my favorite phrase is, stick with the script or just make an experiment. So yes, so you can just be unique with your food, just changing up different ways, as long as you have, like, you know, the main deal, like, you know, closing it up and having the ingredients for the meal. So I'm going to do my last one, and then we're going to put them in the oven, and we'll see how they come out. Okay, well now we have our calzones right in our pan. We lightly oiled it with extra virgin olive oil. Now we have our oven already preheated at 420, and now we're gonna put them in. And it should take about like 10 minutes, depending how your oven goes, but it should take like 10 minutes. There we go. Okay, see you back in 10 minutes. We have our nice calzone, the way that it says to come, you know, flatten it out like that with some brown rice. And then this is the unique way we have it with our nice extra cheese that we added from the store, the American cheese that you can get from Publix or any health food store, with our nice designed folds. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. I'm ready to taste this, see how it comes out. It's been not that long of a process with the bread, with the whole spinach meal. We even have leftovers for more. So continue to watch Joyfully Cooking, and thank you for watching.